because that's your job. You're going to outline your team line and say, this is important because, and I think you did have an interesting point, but it shouldn't have been a question. It should have been, I want you to compare the difference between school exams, internal exams, and public exams. And this is an important comparison because, bam, my team line. That's what I wanted, but I didn't get that. Sorry. And then Gabriel, it seemed like the first speaker came out with some very good ideas about the variables. There's so many variables when you take an exam that it can't really be a good indicator, like anxiety, different days, and so on and so and so. But you just said, you didn't really say that. So you just basically said, yeah, you're wrong. And, that's not really convincing. There was some good, you tried to do some gestures, but mostly you seemed like you were changing. Like maybe some words were kind of difficult, and then you felt insecure, and then you changed the speed, and then you feel confident, and you go again on the speed. So you need to just be confident. But otherwise, volume was okay. It seemed like loud enough. And the third speaker, projection of the voice is very good and some good microphone skills, but I do think you need to keep your hands off the microphone. Otherwise, you look like a pop star or, karaoke microphone usage. So don't touch it. Use your gestures, but gestures are good, but don't touch the microphone. I feel that's not a good way. You did have some good, examples. You talked about the government, but maybe you want to, they said something about the marking scheme, about some paper, I can't remember which one, and then you said, yeah, but the government, ensures this, but maybe you could have given some facts, like they did, like specifically in this, 2015 paper that just came out, whatever, something like that. And I think all of your opinions were good, but it just needs more cohesion. It needs to sound like a speech and not just all rebuttals. It seems like rebuttal. And when you hear the second bell, ding, ding, it means you still have 15 seconds. You don't have to sit down and you can, end it. I think that was, you still have 15 seconds, right? It was. Oh, I couldn't tell.
Actually, that's the end.
Okay, bell ringer, I blame you. Make it more obvious. Okay, and then the negative team. Good, very good microphone skills and good voice projection. I like the eye contact, but I felt like the eye contact stayed in this table area instead of, a little bit more like the audience and the opponents. I think your rebuttal could have been longer. I did like the fact that they were saying same, and you said, yeah, no, sameness cannot be ensured. But I wish the rebuttal could have been a little bit longer. What else? The definition that you introduced seemed to focus on the word reliable, which confused me because it's not in the motion. And did you talk about reliable? Yeah, I don't see that. Is it there? So, what you can do is maybe link this, a good indicator means reliability, and then tell me that you want to explain what reliability is. Because when I heard reliable, I thought, I'm not really feeling that as a redefinition. Okay, and your timing was good. And then Kelly, I did like your start, but then I hated your rebuttal because then you said, yeah, you'll see. I'll tell you in my speech. But then I'm like, no, I want it now because that's your job. So that's how I felt about that. Maybe we need to work a little bit on the past tense morphemes because a few of those words like achieved and marked didn't sound exactly right. You did have some gestures, but again, I thought you might have been a little bit short in the timing. Maybe I'm wrong. I just felt it seemed a little bit short. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, and then finally, Mike. I thought your projection was okay when you weren't tongue-tied. It seemed like when you suddenly, there was some pauses when you got kind of scared or you were thinking and having some mental block. But I think it's good to have gestures, but your gestures were a little too big. Like they're over the, you might knock somebody out with your gestures. So keep the gestures, keep them, but just less nervous gestures. I did like the fact that you added information to each one of your speakers, and that that you mentioned that passing and failing doesn't exactly show abilities, which seemed like a good kind of rebuttal to Anthony's point. But I also think you could cut the ladies and gentlemen, so many. Like, I don't know how many, more than 3. It seemed like too many to me. But otherwise, good job, everyone, good job.
Thank you, Mr. Mark, your bridges. We'll now have a 5 minutes break. The next debate will start at 11:55.